One of the formulas that's really useful in geometry is something called the midpoint formula. And it's the formula to find the midpoint, the middle point in a line segment. And this is useful if you want to bisect a line segment, for example. So say you have 2 points. Let's draw the axes here. So this is x and this is y. And you've got one point, which is P1 at coordinates x1, y1. Let's say that that's there, for example. And then you've got another point, P2 at coordinates x2 and y2. And this line segment, if you want to find the midpoint, which I'll put in a better color here, x, which has coordinates xm and ym, for example, you can find it by taking, for the xm, you take the average of the x. So you add x1 and x2 and then divide by 2. And to find the y coordinate of the midpoint, you take the average of the y's. So y1 plus y2 over 2. So, for example, I want you to find the midpoint of these 2 points, -5 and 4. -5, 4 is the first ordered pair, and -3 and 7 is the second ordered pair. Well, what you do is apply the midpoint. So if you want to find the x coordinate of the midpoint, you take the averages of the x's. So let's say we call this x1, y1, and we call the second set x2, y2. So then x1 is -5 and x2 is -3. And you add them and then you divide by 2. So -5 plus -3 is -5 minus 3 over 2, which is -8 over 2, which is -4. And then to find the ym, you do the same thing with the y's. You take the average. So you add 4 to 7 and then divide by 2. So 4 plus 7 is 11 over 2. And there's no other way to reduce that since 11 and 2 are both prime numbers. So the midpoint in this case is the ordered pair xm, ym. So xm is -4 and ym is 11 over 2. So that's the midpoint of these 2 particular coordinates.